This is the Friday night edition of JLJ This Evening. I'm James Lott Jr. here in San Francisco. I'm going to show you a little bit. It is rainy and cold, and I don't can see any of that, but it's cold, windy. I'm very excited to be here, though. I love it. And I know I might do an episode for tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet, but this is the end of the work week, the end of the 5 days. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have been really watching and responding to the episodes. So do I have a nighttime show? Do I have a nighttime show? Because I'll do this again. It's like I said, I've been doing these and just probably picking a subject, talking to you guys. I love it. So do you want me to? I'll keep doing this until I can go live. But I can record a bunch of these and then, talk to you guys. But you see, I'm on a famous bookshelf, bookcase, and that's me, right there. Oh, excuse me, I'm drinking a clearly Canadian because I'm clearly enjoying it. Thank you very much. Um, but it's been a great week of doing these. It's been so much fun, and I'm glad it's getting the numbers. I'm like, it's doing fine. I did a live this morning of this broadcast. I did one when I'm recording this on a Wednesday, but I did a recording. You check, so I was live from San Francisco. I talked. But I've been doing all these. I decided I was going to wait till I got to San Francisco and do an episode in front of the bookshelf to kind of end the week. But I might do one tomorrow, or maybe I'll do one for Monday. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, just let me know if I should continue doing this for JLJ this evening. Also, I want to remind everybody, it is Friday night. You're seeing this. There's still time to sign up for the Zoom tomorrow. It's from 12 Pacific time, 3 Eastern, $10, and all things Zoom. The only one who've done this whole month. I'm not sure I'm doing one in December yet because of my schedule. So I say come one, come all. We have some folks coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. But it's about everything. So anything you want to talk about, we're going to talk about and have a good time. Might give some prizes away, the whole thing. And I'm doing it here from San Francisco. So it'll be a lot of fun. But that's a Zoom. You get paid by PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and whatever. So you can do all that. And this Sunday, we might be doing a GH. We might. It's a good week in GH. So me and Frank might be doing that. So stay tuned with that also. I wanted to kind of end this week with my year, so to speak, kind of. People are asking me how I'm doing. I'm gonna meet up. I've met up with some people while I was here where we haven't caught up in a while. It's like they see my stuff online, I see their stuff online, but now we're actually having conversations, and we're talking. And one of the things that's been interesting is how people ask me, James, how are you doing? I'm like, how do I respond to that? Because I'm learning this is kind of I'll tell you how I kind of responding. My general statement usually is 2023 was one of the worst years of my life personally, familially, all that stuff. 2024 is one of my best years of my life professionally. So I'm at a space where professionally I'm doing great. Lots of hope and promise and things going on. And personally, it is helping I'm not depressed or anything. So it's helping my mental health with all this positive stuff happening in my professional life. But I haven't really been dealing with my personal life. I will fully admit it. I know it's probably wrong. I have not dealt with last year yet. I have not dealt with, I haven't. And I was explaining to someone who said they were like, I get what you're saying, James. Last year was so sad. And so I felt so stuck. I felt so running in circles in the same place. I felt like, why me? The whole thing, right? A lot of sad stuff. But this year, I don't want to be sad. That makes any sense. I'm sure it's not healthy. I haven't dealt with everything yet. But I feel like I will at some point. Maybe when I get all this good stuff happening and it's flowing, then I can have a moment to myself. I just don't want to. Isn't that funny? Before I used to always get in my grief and when I'm in the grief, I don't want to. I'm tired of sad. Last year was fucking sad. And I'm over it. Now I got happy and exciting stuff happening. I want to live in that space, but I know I'm not fully happy. I know I'm not. Yeah, I kind of alluded to that earlier in the week. I know I'm not fully happy, like personally, but professionally, I'm loving everything that I'm doing and everything that's happening. And it's feast, not, and I'm appreciative and I love my clients and I love what's going on and I'm helping other people and I just love it. I mean, I have no personal life really, not really. I don't really have personal life. The other day I go, if someone sees me on the street, because I do nothing for there was a minute I was trying to, buy better clothes and and get, and change my appearance a little bit. And my buddy Flobo was really good. He tried to do that with me and everything. And I did it for a little bit, but now I have no desire, except for business meetings. I dress for that. But other than that, I'm like, well, I'm not here to impress anybody. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I'm like, I don't dress to impress. I don't buy clothes like I should, probably the kinds I should. I have a couple outfits and I have those. And that's it. But I'm like, I just have no compunction to leave it like I don't know, because I don't I'm traveling a lot, but I don't go anywhere really. And when I see my friends, they're my friends. So I dress however I want. I see them, we get together, have fun, whatever, and then I go back to my life. I'm all about work. I am diving into work. And I have so much work right now to do. I have a desk over here. I have so much work to do. I'm getting things done, and that accomplishment of getting things done does help. It's like, ooh, that's good. Okay, good, that's done. Good, that's done. I'm getting things off the list done. I love the organizer in me loves having a list and checking things twice, checking it off. That does kind of trim me up a little bit. But I fully acknowledge for those like me, I'll go back to something. There was actually a scene, I know soap operas, on General Hospital where Alexis goes to work after her daughter dies. And she's like, I just want to get busy. I know it's not good, probably in the long run. I just want to be somewhere for today and just be busy and take care of things I can take care of. I get it. My work I can control. Just like I can finish that project, I can do that show, I can control that stuff. I can't control life, obviously. I can't control that stuff. So it's just a little easier. I'm like, I have friends having babies and getting married and engaged all around me. And I'm just like, okay, I have none of that in my life. And I don't see when it will even enter my life. And the other day I was like, well, should I try one of the apps again? Like it's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So I got off the apps, but like if I something things going on, like should I even try? I want to try to do that again, but then I'm like, I'm traveling a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I really haven't thought about it because I've been so busy working. So I haven't had a chance to get depressed. When I did the show the other night with the Silence Can Be Deafening, that was the first time I really thought about like, yeah, well, if I stop for a second, like think about stuff. I always say if I really think about stuff, I'll probably start crying and never stop. That's my fear, kind of. And I don't want to do that. And that's probably what I need, I'm sure, at some point. But I just don't, again, I don't want the sadness part. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be hurt. But I know it's all part of life. I get all that. But I just don't want to do it. This feeling of, here's a new client, here's a potential client, here's a new thing, here's a guy over here, it's over there, and it's all good and fun. They're appreciating my work and they're appreciating me, and like that does feel good, right? It feels good. I'm at this beautiful house here in San Francisco. My friend owns, and he trusts me enough to be in his house with his cats, take care of everything. He says cold and windy outside, but I'm nice and warm in here. I'm blessed beyond belief. This is good. So this is all good stuff. I'm in a great city. I'm gonna see my niece and nephew tonight as I'm recording this. I'm gonna see my friends while I'm here, and I got some great work I'm taking care of. So it's like I don't want to complain. I just don't. But when people ask me how I am, I don't lie. I don't want to lie to people. If they're close to me, that's what I tell them. I've been telling them. And if they want to talk about it, I'll talk about it on some level. But I talk about it in a way where I'm kind of almost a little removed. I talk about it just like in terms of this happened and that happened and this happened. And I know that sometimes that can't make for like a meaningful conversation. It's like almost like an interview style. I know I've done that a couple of times. Like, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I just don't want to go that deep into it. A lot of stuff that happened last year was horrible. It just was not fun. And I don't want to be stuck in that again. So I guess I totally, get it. May not be the healthiest. And one day I might just fall apart and out of nowhere. Who knows? I know it'll all catch up to me at some point. But I'm like right now, I'm liking the feeling of accomplishment and surprise and collaboration. I have some great collaborators. I was texting with some folks this morning. There's some great stuff coming. Like it's all good stuff. And I'm helping other people, which is always a great thing too. Um, yeah, so so that's what I kind of tell us. Like, James, so asking, how are you? I'm okay, but I'm very happy professionally. And I say I don't have a personal life. Not really. Not really personal life. I just kind of I'm just moving along, going to bed, getting up, going to bed, just kind of doing that. And who knows? I mean, I know in the future something personal may happen. I have no idea. It's weird being at this age where um, I used to be able to rely on just going out and being with my people, quote unquote. But I don't, it's not that anymore. I'm not in my 20s and 30s or even my 40s. Those were my people. Those are folks that go out and you just say, go out at night, I'll do that. That's not happening anymore. Like I'm in my 50s towards 60s. Yeah, there may be a few places here and there, but a lot of folks are not, no, they're not going out like we used to. The couple times I went out, I didn't have fun. Things change. Going to a bar and just standing there doesn't turn me on at all. Um, I like to dance with the club, but going to a club that's crazy and sweaty that doesn't turn me on anymore either. That stuff is, I just don't, it's not my thing. Um, Going to plays, museums, concerts. I never thought I'd be that kind of person. I'm like, oh my God, I turned to an old person. I like that stuff. It's like, come on, dude. It's like the old days, I like the other stuff. But that's how it is now for me. Like, and that happens. I did a show that's coming out maybe next week or week after next, where I talk about being 50 plus. I have a show called 50 plus, and how you just feel a certain way after a while. Like you just your brain just starts to change a bit, and things you used to do or want to do or like to do, you don't. That's just gone. It just goes away. I mean, so I don't have those things to rely on anymore like I used to. Like I'll just traipse down to here and I'll be with all. No, I'm looked at as an old man. I know I look good for my age and all that stuff kind of too, but people know I'm not 25 or 30. And there's a whole society, is a whole separation with that. If you're an older guy back to those places, I'm like, yeah, but I don't even want to. Um, my tastes are different, my wants are different, my needs are different. I can feel it. Um, it was a gradual change. I would say late 40s into now it started to happen. Um, so the things I relied on before, I don't rely on now. It's like, and then the times just changed. The pandemic changed everything. And I think it's affected people in so many ways in terms of being social or being antisocial or not social. Um, yeah, I remember I was talking to somebody, and they were like making jokes about AI, and you can make your own boyfriend or girlfriend, like you make your own wife. Like these days, you just be able to create your dream person and have them talk to you like the way you want them to. Like, are we all going that direction? Could you imagine? Then you just never look for anybody. I mean, as you get older, I mean, you don't even want sex that much like you used to anymore. So it's like, oh, well, I just somebody to give me it really is companionship. That's one thing I do miss. I miss companionship. And we're also talking about making new friends as an adult. It gets harder also if you're not working at a job setting where you make friends at your job. Like many of us who are satellite people and entrepreneurs, it's kind of hard. And everybody, but then also everybody has their own stuff. I've tried to make certain friendships work. I've tried to make certain friendships close. And I feel like when I was younger, it was easier, right? It was like you worked together, you met somehow, whether it was out and about or at a club or whatever, or it was your job. You got together, you became close, you were best buddies, you did stuff together, you talked all the time, you supported each other. And I was talking to somebody else about this not too long ago. This is not when you get older, it's not happening anymore. It's really tough. And I have a couple of people I tried to become. I feel like I was pushing myself on that it wasn't, I thought it was being organic. And then I realized I don't think they think the same way about me as I do about them. That's a real realization. When you realize somebody, they like you too. Well, they like you. They're nothing against you, but they don't want to be close friends with you. That's not what they're looking for from you. They're looking for the casual, no strings. I'm here for you. Like we needed here kind of friendships. I had a few of those. I was like, oh, I thought we were getting closer. And I'm like, oh no, we're not. It's just we may have some close moments. There's that too. You may have a close moment with somebody a couple of times. That is not made for a close friendship. Isn't that crazy? I mean, the thing is, I'm learning stuff. In my 50s, I'm still learning shit. So that part, I'm grateful for that actually on some level. I'm learning things. But that's the thing. It's like, nope. And that's also disappointing because you're like, okay, I can't find a relationship. And now my friendships are at a distance, so to speak. You're like, dang. Then I had one friendship where they thought we were friends anymore, but I was just really busy and they weren't. So that happens too. We're like, no, we're fine. Like I'm thinking, I'm just really busy. I'm just running around. And now we talked and we're fine. But now that person's running around and I'm running around. So now we're having a hard time getting together. So there is a friendship that's there that wants to really happen, but then active friendship. But then we're so busy. But now it's not lopsided. Now we're both busy. So that's kind of funny too. Because I had that situation too. But yeah, the one that's really tough is when you find out that someone likes you. They think you're cool. They'll want to hang out every once in a while, but they never call you. They don't text you first. They don't try to get together with you. Um, or if they do, it's every once in a while. So you're like, oh, we're not close friends. We're just friends that talk occasionally. So I've had that too. And it's a trip, you guys. It's a trip. Relationships are so crazy. It's so crazy because like in relationships, you're attracted to somebody sometimes for whatever reason. I mean, and I say attracted, not necessarily sexual. Just like you're attracted to them, their energy, their whatever it is about them. You just like them, and they don't like you back like that. You're like, alrighty, that's very very interesting. And I never want to feel like I'm pushing myself on somebody or trying to force them to be something they don't want to be. I'm a realist. It's like to say, I mean, you don't be close friends. I got it. And once I can realize, I want to feel like once you tell me the rules, I can totally follow them. If it's a casual friendship, then yes, every once in a while I'll call and check in, see how you're doing, and I'll leave it alone. Or I might say, I'd love to get together sometime, and then I'll leave it alone. And at some point, either you'll say something or it'll fall in place. Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there around me too. Let's get together. So it'll just I'm learning how to pull back and say that's leave it alone. Or I have friends who are into all their relationships, so the friendships always suffer, of course, when they come to their relationships. Their whole thing that they're man, their woman, or whoever. I let that go too. That's that. If your man comes first, your man comes first. Your woman comes first. Your woman comes, I'm not one of those guys who just tries to fight you on it. That's your deal. And you have to let that go too. It's oh my God, because even though I would never get to anybody I was with, but that's just people, everybody has their priorities. It's like me saying from the beginning of this thing, I don't want to feel sad. So I'm choosing not to deal with some stuff. It's the same thing. I'm doing it too on some level. So it's the same thing. It's like crazy. The world. Come on, folks. It's relationships are not easy. Life is not easy. And there's so many twists and turns and ups and downs and all arounds that it is, you're trying to stay afloat. Most of us are just trying to hold our sanity because sometimes you feel like your sanity's just leaving you too, right? Whew, it's tough. It's tough out there. So I love that I have this outlet to talk to you guys on several of my shows. I know I can talk about stuff like this openly and talk to you. And I'm also realizing the world's a different place than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. What I once had, I had it. I should feel very grateful to have those memories. I have been in love. I've had close friendships. I've had best friendships. I've had great roommates. I've had some really good stuff. I partied a lot, had a great time. So I'm like, James, you're good. You're good. You're good. You good. You good. You good. You good. You good. So don't let them tell you otherwise. You're good. But things might not be that way anymore. So, but we're going to end on a note of something positive. I don't want to like that's a horrible ending. I don't want to like that. Um, I'm still here. You're still here. We're still here. We're going to keep going forward. I'm actually looking forward to 2025 for myself personally and professionally. I have some great stuff in the works, so I'm very excited about that. This channel, I have so much for this channel, for this network, for this company. I have some great irons in the fire that I'm very excited about. So stay tuned, kids. It's going to be a wild ride. But doing this little series, JLJ This Evening, has been wonderful. So we'll see what happens from there. I am James Lott Jr., of course. JLJ This Evening is also on audio. It's there. But if you're on audio, it's also on video. YouTube, James Lott Jr. Nope, YouTube, JLJ Media. Have a good evening. Talk to you next time.